I think it can be so easy to pick apart little details of our lives and say, God, you know what? I'm struggling with this, or I don't have this. I don't have what they have. I can't do what they can do. And say that's our excuse or our reasoning for not stepping out in faith to do whatever it is God has called us to do in this world. But I believe that we'd be surprised by how many things God will take care of and remove from our lives that have been weighing us down when we just step out to do what He's called us to do without making excuses for why we're not qualified or why we're not good enough or why we're not the favorite pick for whatever it is He's called us to do. God will cover for our weak areas, and I believe a lot of times He'll completely remove them in our faith actions and our steps. The Bible says faith without works is dead. If we are willing to show God that we will step out in faith to do whatever it is He's called us to do, He'll cover for anything that we were lacking. Any area that we felt we were inadequate in, God will step into those places. I believe, though Moses had a stammering problem, though he was slow to speak, that if he hadn't made those excuses for why he couldn't do what God told him to do, he would have been healed on the spot when he went before Pharaoh. But God was so persistent and yet wanted to use Moses, even though he gave excuses. So He said, I'll have your brother talk for you. God still wants to use you, even if you do make excuses for why you can't do what He's told you to do. But how much greater of a use will it be if we can just step out in faith? Disregard our excuses, our reservations about what God has called us to do, and just let Him work through us.